All right, thanks for joining me today. I want to show you guys how to write the equation of a parabola. That means we're going from graph to equation. So you'll notice here we're given this big picture of this big red line, this big parabola, but we don't know what equation goes with it. What factored form and what standard form equation does this parabola represent? So this process is a little bit easier than going from equation to graph. So what we need to focus in on here are the x-intercepts, if you couldn't tell already. So we've got two x-intercepts, one where x is -4 and one x-intercept that is 2. Now, what goes with these is a factor, and a factor that has to equal 0. Again, because of the zero product property, we need the output of this to be 0 so that it hits the x-axis. Notice the y value is 0 on each of these. So what factor goes with -4? Well, the factor x plus 4. And notice how it's the opposite sign. What factor goes with the x-intercept of 2? X minus 2. It's the opposite. And so we've got our two factors. We've got our length and our width. And so our factored form is f of x equals x plus 4 and x minus 2. Now there's this a value in front, and a is a multiplier. It's going to stretch our parabola, make it really skinny, or it's going to shrink our parabola and make it much wider. Now, in this case, we know that our a value must be negative. We know that because it's down like a frown. All right, we'll talk in another video more about how to find the specific value of a using a test point. But for right now, it's suffice it to say we find the factors by looking at the x-intercepts. All right, now how do we get to the standard form of this equation? Because usually we see equations that look a little different than this. So to do that, we take a look at this area model. We know our length is x plus 4, and our width is x minus 2. And here we're going to use the area model to find the inside. X times x is x squared. X times -2 is -2x. X times 4 is 4x. And -2 times 4 gives us -8. And so if we use these pieces all together, we can combine like terms, and we'd write our standard form equation as x squared plus 2x minus 8. But there's a problem here. We did not include our a value. So we've got to put this in parentheses and put our a value out front. All right, and so that negative, again, because it's down like a frown. Now, if we wanted to, we could distribute that negative, and that would give us a final answer of f of x equals -x squared minus 2x plus 8.